Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the MUT Ultimate Team Experience. We are a weekly podcast, and we track the vastly different journey of 4 different Madden Ultimate Team players and how they encounter and maneuver around different promos and aspects of the games so you can enjoy your MUT experience better. To my left is our guy, Platinum Woods, regular staple in the Madden community, and below me is the ever-loving Swain Games. And we're here tonight to talk about all the action that is the MUT Ultimate Experience tonight. There's so much going on right now with the new program, Zero Chill. We had huge news on the 50, which is a weekly program normally dropped on Fridays, but due to the holiday, they're going to drop it tomorrow morning on Thursday, Christmas Eve. So we're going to talk about just everything that's going on, how you can digest it, and your best way to maneuver around it and get the best out of your bang for playing the game. So right off the top of the cuff, we're going to go back and review to the first of the week when the news of the Zero Chill Ghost program was dropped. Everyone was quite excited about that. It's a part of the program that it looks around the players that are upcoming, looks around current stars and also future stars, and drops them into the program with solos and challenges and such to improve your team and make it more unique. So the first question rolling out is, I'm going to start with Platt on my left, and that is, with the Ghost of Christmas present drop, future dropping on Monday, what are your thoughts on that program and the players they put in there, and are they useful, Platt?
So the Simmons is 100% useful. I loved the Simmons drop. I felt like they could have given us some rookie premier upgrades. The format of the Ghosts I'm not really loving this year. In previous years, they would give us 3 high cards, all the same overall, that went into a master set, and we got those back nat. This year, it's like, 87s and 89s, 91s, 93s. You have to kind of put all those cards in there. I'm not loving that because you're not getting as many useful cards. But with that said, that Simmons card is the best defensive card in the game.
Twain, and to you, what were your thoughts on the Ghost of Christmas future?
Just to backpack, Platt nailed it. I mean, the rookie premiere was kind of a bummer letdown. I feel like you need to do that, but all in all, I mean, they did it perfect. I mean, the cards didn't help my team per se, but the roll set, and I know we're gonna go over a lot of this reroll set, dude. This is gonna go down in memory for me with Madden. When you have a reroll set like that, it's a win. I don't care who the card is. You have a card that's that good, and it was selling for every bit of 800-900K for the longest time. That's the kind of stuff that we need. And I know we're gonna go over all this later, but good Lord, for them to have future, in my recollection, the future cards have always been ass. It's like usually nobody wants any of them, and they had a card that everybody wants. Dub, like, there's literally no way you can argue. Oh, we could have had this. Yeah, the rookie premieres would have been nice, but even like the rookie premieres that we have, I have one for the Cowboys and for the Bears. They're going to get a bump. It's not going to be that great anyway, but I still feel like they should have done that. That Simmons card is absolutely amazing. It's still amazing. I pulled one of them, sold it. It's great. It's great.
So is the going value somewheres around 700 to 800K currently?
Last time I checked, it was. Yeah.
So that's a lot, right?
Absolutely was.
Yeah. So I just want to jump in with the obvious question here, because you kind of start to speak on it, Swain, and that was the reroll. That and I'm going to quote you on one of your streams. It was fun. So is that something you recommend? If a person has the means, by means I mean coins, to convert in the training and do the reroll, how was your luck? Swain, and we'll go to Platt after you. How was your luck if you did do the re-roll, and would you recommend it to someone in one of our viewers?
Depending on where you're sitting, if you're a no money spent or hardly any money spent, stay the hell away from it. You have no business going anywhere near that.
Right.
If you're like me, where you're sitting on a shit ton of extra coins and have nothing fun to do with it. I've had an absolute blast this week. Probably because I've been on COVID leave and felt like shit and couldn't do anything anyway. But there's multiple reroll sets right now. You can go for the Simmons reroll, you can go for the Kamara reroll. Scott and I have been Buzzkill. We've been spending literally all week buying training at 8 to 9 per, sometimes 10.
Right. Yeah.
We flip that training, we do the roll there, and he sells everything. Scott's like this whole thing. But I've been selling 81s and 85s only, and I'm having a fucking blast. And then to top it all off, you have presents in there. I've had insanely decent luck. I'd say good luck. It's been insane at times with the large presents. And I know we're going to go over presents later.
Yes,
to
sir.
answer your question, I'm all over the map. It's just there's a lot to talk about, and I've been gone for a few weeks.
It's great to
I
have you
would
back.
not. I would recommend the reroll set for anybody, regardless if you have 100,000 coins or 10 million. If you're smart and you do it the right way. If you start opening the 89 plus, the 88 plus, the random presents, you're doing it wrong.
Right.
Stay away from it unless you really. It is a gamble. It is an absolute gamble. There's no other way about it. There's no guaranteed money out of it. It's a gamble. But if you want to just roll the training and then roll the snow and sell the cards you want to sell, it takes time, like we know, and that you can make absolute coins. This is the time for people that have no money spent or low money spent. Don't worry about anything else in the game right now. Just go and do that roll set, and you're going to make coins. It takes a while. You have to be patient. But a lot of times you'll put 20 cards up, and with about 5 minutes left to go, all 20 of them sell. And you're just going, holy shit, how did I make 350,000 coins on a bunch of 85s? And that's how it goes. It's awesome.
Yeah, great points. Platt, what was your experience with the reroll, if you did indulge at all, and do you recommend it to the general public?
So I will echo what Swain said. If you like to gamble, do the random present, do the random past, random present. You know, those rerolls are big gambles. You're talking about an Isaiah Simmons you can pull that's 700 to 800K. You're talking about an Alvin Kamara that's over $1 million if you pull that. With that said, I have not engaged in it because the odds are just not there.
Right.
It's not a successful.
Fair advice. Yeah.
What I did when the program first came out is get training at about 9 per, do the 81 plus training set, and then sell those cards, or quick sell the ones that really aren't that profitable to sell on the market. That's the best way to engage in this program from a reroll perspective. With that said, I'm happy that we have rerolls.
Right.
I'm happy that the best cards are in those rerolls. You know, that's a dub. Even though I'm not gambling on it, I enjoy watching other people do it. I like hearing stories that, you know, our friend Kookie, he pulled 2 Simmons when he was re-rolling a couple of days ago. I mean, that's outstanding to do. So I love giving people ways to engage in the game.
Right.
Different ways, whether it's sets or solos, re-rolls, you know, all that fun stuff. So I feel like this program, and I'm including the 50 guys in this Christmas program. I know they're not technically Christmas guys, but I feel like they saved them for this time for a reason. They could have released Moss, Vic, or Dion at any point, you know, throughout the year, especially Moss. I don't think it's a coincidence that they saved them for Christmas Eve. So I'm including them in this.
For
this
sure.
program has been a massive dub.
Yeah,
Just
for sure.
Fantastic.
I mean,
it's not even the best part is yet to come.
No, exactly. That's the thing. You know, we know of one, I believe. No, we don't. That was a falsity. We don't know of any of the future, past ghosts. But with the reroll, I'm with Swain and with Platt for sure. It's a lot of fun. I mean, anytime you're risking a currency like training or snow or what have you, coins, for something better, it's always fun. Last weekend was great. I don't know what my net increase was, but I did well. I did well in the rerolls. Last night, as we all know, we talked about it in chat, and not so well. You know, I risked it for the biscuit and purchased 1.5 million of training and put it in the snow and then re-rolled that and ended up losing 500K net coins. But you know what? It was a lot of fun. Great content. We all had some laughs. So and I'm going to do it again tonight or tomorrow night. We'll see. but because it is that much fun. But I will tell you, Swain alluded to something that he spoke of our guy Buzzkill, and I showed to Buzzkill. I'm with him, and chat. I'm telling you, when you're selling your 80s and your 81s for 14K per training, I know it's a pain in the butt, and I know it takes a lot of time to sell them for 2 and 3K, but you're still selling them at 14K per training, and then you're buying training under 9. So your flip is huge. So sell all those cards. I don't like throwing those, rolling them up into the bigger sets. I get nervous with that because you're losing a lot of opportunity. So that's my soapbox for this portion. But thank you for the comments on the ghosts of Madden Future. So the present, we started getting some backlash from the community from what we've seen on Twitter. The ghost of Christmas present were dropped, and people in the state of Missouri were going to riot, and justifiably so. You know, everyone's waiting for our Patty Mahomes. Platt, what's your thoughts on the present promo part of the program and the cards?
I was expecting a Mahomes.
Sure,
So
me too.
I was a little underwhelmed. I'm not a big fan of JJ Watt's cards in MUT. I feel like him and Aaron Donald, they never really properly stat them or make what they do in real life translate to the game. So I never feel like JJ Watt cards are very usable. With that said, it's still a really good interior pass rushing card.
Sure.
Over 90 block shed, over 90 finesse, over 90 power, over 80 speed. You know, there's not many cards in the game that can say they can do that from an interior pass rushing. So I think he's good, you know, not really fit my scheme, but I can see the value in it. The Alvin Kamara is fantastic. He is the best running back in the game for a multitude of reasons. He's fast. They didn't screw him on speed. I would have bet any amount of money if you told me we were getting Alvin Kamara. There is no way I would have said they gave him the speed that they gave him. Yeah. They never do that. So that was a great upgrade for him. That's easily the best running back in the game right now. He's a receiving back.
So you concur that you agree that finally someone has surpassed Barry Sanders as the best back in the game?
In my opinion, Reggie Bush passed Barry Sanders.
Sure, okay, that's fair game.
You know, his archetype is better, and if you've juked with Barry and then go juke with Reggie, you feel the difference.
Okay.
And you know that's a big deal. I'm a juking kind of player.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
Backfield master on a receiving back is 1 AP, so that's an advantage too. So that's why Kamara becomes the best, because A, he's a receiving back, B, he's fast. So, you know, those are two things that I like to look at in running backs. You know, the set itself was a little bit of an L just because the component pieces aren't very good. You know, and the master, if the master were Kamara, then I think it would have been a little better. You know, make Kamara buildable, and maybe his price would have been a little lower. But other than that, you know, again, we've talked about it all show. You know, it's been a really good promo, and the present cards don't really take away from that for me.
What were your thoughts on the Ghost of Christmas Present?
I love the Kamara card. I think he always gets screwed on cards, so it's nice to see him finally get a deserving card. As far as anything else, I don't really know. I mean, it just JJ Watt and Kamara are two people that we normally have in Madden, and every time they come out the card, you go, really? So, I mean, it would have been great to see JJ Watt with a card that everybody wants. Instead, we get a card that nobody wants. Literally, Texas teams are the only ones that's going to want them. But that Kamara card is great. I feel like we're not done with running backs in this program. So I think Kamara, as of right now, I'm like, shit, maybe I should go get a Kamara, but I'm not going to. But as far as the present, every year it seems like the present, it's usually the past. I'm sorry, it's usually the future that's shit, and then the present you get one or two, and then the past is just like amazing.
Ballpark, yeah.
You know, the JJ Watt, if we would have gotten some kind of other lineman with faster speed, or you know, maybe an edge rusher, would have been a little bit better. But for the most part, the Kamara card, I'm glad to see a present card get a usable card, and a good one at that. You know, like if Barkley would have dropped. Kamara's a big enough name, but if Barkley would have dropped with the same stats, people would have lost their fucking mind.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
even then, without being a big name, like I don't know if anybody has a Saints theme team other than Casio. It's gonna be it's okay. It's
Mhm.
not as good as the future was, in my opinion.
Sure. So just a quick change of gears. We're going to stay within the program, but a question that I know is debatable for the last week, and that is the house rules. The house rules and the house rules rewards. For my thoughts, I stopped when I realized that I'm playing for cards I'm not going to put on my team anywheres, not even as backups. I will say it was nice capturing the chill factor. Swing, did you indulge in the house rules at all? And what were your thoughts on house rules and the rewards that the EA set up?
I haven't lost a game yet. Actually,
Nice.
house rules. I just played my first game just for this stream. It's okay. I think 14-point lead was too much, but I could see that being a real pain in the ass. I think you need to just be. I think when you play against people, you need to be a pain in the ass. You need to get
Sure.
run clock going and get a first down on third down. Just drive people nuts. They'll get pissed and leave. But for the most part, I noticed that it's a half of a game at the most. It's a half of a game, and it goes towards your wins for the season, which is phenomenal. So anybody out there that hasn't played a whole lot of head-to-head, this is your moment. Get in there. It's a 2-for-1 deal for trophies. You know, you play 2 games. It's the same amount of time for playing 1 game, and you're probably going to go faster anyway. Get on it and have fun. I'm glad we have a house rules, even if it's not the best. It's still good. I didn't really get a chance to see the actual rewards, so I've been so locked in on other things outside of Madden, but they got to be good. Tomato, shout out to Tomato. He's on YouTube now. He's got like 5 million subscribers already. Tomato put out a video explaining you can make X amount of coins and trophies and everything else on that house rules, and it's true. Just spend the time to do it.
Yeah, they do accumulate fast for sure.
It's not the best. It's certainly not the worst house rules you've ever had. I know that.
Platt, how about you? Did you jump in the house rules?
I haven't, but the rewards are good. I mean, the Myles Garrett, the Justin Herbert, those aren't cards necessarily that I want on my team.
Right.
But they're still high overall. They're still usable cards. If you're building a mid to high tier team, I think you can find a spot for both of those guys on your team. So, I'm happy with the house rules. Anything that you can give this game, the players to make them engage in the game
For sure.
different ways, it's a good thing. So very happy with the house rules. They should, keep those coming. I wish that was a weekly thing with very good weekly rewards, but we're pretty much only getting them during promos. But yeah, I think the rewards are good. You get a good amount of snow.
A lot of snow. Yeah.
The Myles Garrett and Herbert's good.
And that's important. And I think we got to keep reminding ourselves when I say it's cards that I wouldn't have a spot in my team, and that's fine. As we are grinding, as content creators towards 94s and 95s and even 96s in some cases. But not all of the Madden players are like that, and some is little Billy, who right now has more time than we have, but doesn't have the money or resources. So if he can find a way to grind cards, it's best for them, and cards like that will be great in his team. So we need to keep it all relative for sure. So for some good points there that a Myles Garrett on a squad along with a Herbert would be good when they're powered up at the end of the day, and definitely when they're free and just take some time to do it, albeit. So what are your thoughts before we jump into the topic everyone's just itching to talk about, and our guy Platt says Giddy's a young girl at her prom. What's your thoughts on the Ghost of Christmas past? Sorry, I keep saying future, past. What do you think we're going to see? I know, Swain, you allude to the fact that you don't think we're done with running backs. Platt, what do you think? What's your calls? And let's keep gifts out of this. Gifts are going to be a topic very soon around the corner. But what's your thoughts on the Ghost of Christmas past?
This is tough.
Absolutely.
Because if I had to bet on Bo Jackson, I think he's a gift. So if I think he's a gift, then he can't be in the Ghost of Past. So
Sure.
I'm going to go with Lawrence Taylor.
Okay.
as either a master or, the big roll card.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, how about, I don't know, how about a Jerry Rice? Be kind of fun.
Fair game.
I
Yeah.
think it'll follow the same cadence as the present and the future.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have one master, then you'll have a bunch of lower cards, which is going to be kind of weird with legends. Like who's going to want an 87 legend?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe they do it a little differently. Maybe that's the one where we get three, 94s, and then the top card is a 95, and
So
you do it.
that's very important. And before we cue Swain into this, we all know what Kralo said, and he was very excited about Christmas Day, right, which is Friday. And he was very excited about that. I mean, and it takes a lot to get Agent K, excited about that. But he was saying, Christmas Day is going to be great. So that will be, and stop me if I'm wrong, Swain and Platt, that will be a day that the Christmas pass stars will drop, correct? The Ghost will drop on Christmas Day. And then we do, Platt just touched on it, have our gifts. But Swain, what's your thoughts on the Christmas Pass Ghost? Do you agree with what Platt believes, or do you see other players?
I don't think we're gonna see only a couple past players. I think we're gonna see a good amount of them.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to these presents, what's throwing me off is that I want to believe that Bo Jackson's in that black and white present, and maybe Mahomes is in the red and white, and maybe who is it that guesses the Steelers players? Somebody said
Imani Dawson or Franco Harris.
Franco Harris.
Yeah.
So right away, that tells me there's no fucking way, because we're not getting 3 offensive players and no defensive players. And then the more I try not to overthink this, but I love it. I fucking love the presents. I really do. I got a lot to say about this. I don't think they're players, because why have the presents and then just have them be players? Like, what's the point? You're going to have 3 players and that's it? Like, that's lame. And then what are the large presents going to be? Right? Are they all going to be the same player? No, there's no way. There's no way that large present's going to be one player and everyone's going to get 25 of those players. I'm exaggerating on the number.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back literally about 2 hours ago, and I watched old presents being opened. And there's something happens every year. And I remembered this last year, and I remembered the year before, is that every year I say the same thing as soon as I start opening those goddamn presents. Every time I say, I wish I would have got more fucking presents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do this next year. Next year, I'm going to have so many goddamn presents. There's no doubt in my mind I got the correct amount. I need more presents right now. I know I need more presents. And then the Easter program is the same thing. I got too many fucking eggs as a waste. But last year, I had too many eggs. I just have the good ones. So going back to like just last year and the year before, they were way better than we thought, especially last year. Last year's large presents were absolutely phenomenal. And they were like 4,000 kindling, which is equivalent to like almost equivalent to snow now. And it's a little bit more. But last year, I remember going, holy shit, why did I get rid of so many large presents? I should have got way more of them. And if you look in the store, it's like 32,000 snow to get a large present, like a guaranteed. I maybe a little bit less than that, but it's close enough. They only quick sell for like 22,000 or 20,000 or something. So I know those large presents are going to be good. They're not easy to pull. The extra larges are near impossible.
Mm-hmm.
The extra larges are like pulling a goddamn LTD.
But don't the extra large, don't they actually say in the description, don't they say unique player? Or am I wrong?
I believe on the XL they do, yeah.
If the XL says unique player, that's fine. But I don't know if it's going to be the same player. Maybe it's a fantasy pack or a random pull or something. Last year, the large presents, the large, not the XL, the large, you got a full-blown team of the week. You got a full legend pull. You got a full top 100 player. Like every program that was out, you got really good cards from that. And there was yellow and purple and green. Everyone's like, oh, that's Vikings and that's this team. No, it was just a random ass color to throw you off track. I can't imagine that it is a player. I really hope it's not. I hope that I hope that large is like, fuck, I have no fucking idea what it is, but there's no way it's a player. Like they just can't do that.
So let's
The
segue into
extra
the
large
rumors.
could be, but
Yeah,
okay.
for you, Swain, and then we'll jump up to Platt because it's the question that I teased you on the beginning of the show. There's lots of rumors and people believing, and they're in the live stream right now for those listening on Spotify and YouTube that think that the certain colored extra large gifts are actually Simmons, the red and white one, and some think that the what was the other one they're suspecting? Randy Moss is the black and silver one, I believe they say. What's your thoughts on that?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just thinking, what's your thoughts? I don't think EA would do that. I don't think they would put them in as, cards to pull now and then throw in the gifts on Christmas Day.
I don't think that it's a coincidence that the 3 XL presents so far match the cards that are only pullable in the pack. So like the red and white is Cardinals. It could be Simmons. The black and gold or black and yellow.
Kamara, I see in the chat there now. A guy Caxton, yeah. Simmons, Caxton.
So that leaves
Kamara,
the black and white, black and silver one to be potentially the pack card. I don't think it's a coincidence. I hope they don't do that. Even though those would be fantastic rewards. I think most people would rather have a reward that's not already in the game.
Right.
I don't think it's a coincidence. If I had to bet, that's what I would bet on, is that's how it's going to happen. Those cards are going to be the cards that are already out. And I don't know. I think that would be a letdown because I think people are expecting new, fresh
I'm
cards.
just thinking those who are throwing real money, IRL money, also Madden money, coins, at trying to get Simmons all week and time and resources, and then all of a sudden, meanwhile, they got one of those extra large gifts in their butt pocket, and they open up Christmas morning, and that's what it is, and they're like, okay, I just blew 4 million coins trying to get this card, and I had it all along. Really, EA? Really? I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe they could pull that. Swain, what do you think?
I hope that that's not the case. I'm going to be really pissed off if I open those presents on Christmas morning. I am so excited to run to the damn TV and see what's in those presents.
So where are you at right now with presents, Swain? How many of you have you accumulated some?
Oh, I think I have one of the 65,000, the crazy one, the black.
That's the rarest of the rare.
Yeah,
nice.
I have that one.
Nice.
I think I have 4 or 5 reds and 2 of the black and silver.
Wow.
And I have, I think, 10 larges and a shit ton of medium and small.
Okay. Platt, have you accumulated any of the gifts?
I have 1 small present and 1 medium present.
and I have 1 small, so.
Now, are you not doing the random? Are you not doing the random with training?
You talking to one of us or both of us? Or I haven't. Do you suggest that? I just find that I don't want to have a lot of 79 and 81 team of the week players swing come Christmas night, and that's my fear. And I understand what you're saying, and I'm on board with you. But you know what? When I start seeing those coins to diminish, and I know I got a lot of gifts on my. I mean, were you sitting there, the extra large gifts and large gifts? You're laughing, but I'm scared with pack luck. I end up with a lot of small and nothing to show for it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I bet I've wasted easily 2 or 3 million on this program, and I've had so much fun doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah,
it's a damn good thing that I'm only sitting on like 2 or 3 million, right? Because if I was sitting on 6 or 7 million, we'd have a present blowout. I would drop 5 million fucking coins on presents right now and have a ball doing the whole damn thing.
Oh, that's awesome! I love it. You know what? And that's the whole idea of the MUT experience, is to show all the different ways that we're attacking this game. And how we're making it through it, so you can decide how you want to do it as viewers and listeners at home, and make your choices with a little more facts.
I love Platt like a brother, and listen to me when I say this because he knows this is true.
Yes, sir.
Come around, golden ticket, rookie premiere, whatever program comes out in March, April, or May. I'm gonna be like, fuck, man, I got like 300,000 coins. Platt's gonna be sitting on like 8 million, going, man, I should have wasted more coins during the year. Yeah, you fuck, you should have. And now's your time, Platt.
Excuse me.
I can't wait.
I'm very willing to waste my coins on players. What I will not do is waste them on small, medium, and large presents.
Yeah, that's where I sit too. Listen,
Now, when
I'm
Moss comes
behind
out
Swain's
tomorrow,
strategy,
when
100%.
Dion's out,
Yeah.
when Rich Gannon came
Yeah.
out, yeah, I wasted a lot of coins, and I'm gonna waste some more tomorrow. And
I have
the
2
next
more gift sets to do
Oh.
just to get the chill factors because I want to get my 20 chill factors for sure. But other than that, yeah. But listen, honestly, our guy Swain Games, great to have you back and great to have your game style back because I can get behind it. I really can. And it's going to be great watching you tear those gifts open. It's going to be wonderful. And I hope they are everything and you want and then some. And then I'll wear the egg in my face and so will Platt and we'll be fine with that. But I just, yeah. But it's still a lot of program left. Who knows? I may throw money at that too. We'll see. Worst things can be done. So with that, you know what's next, right? You know what's next. So, and as I believe Platt alluded to, he's including this week's 50 players into the whole program, the whole Zero Chill, the whole holiday season program, if you will. And some huge news dropped this morning. It started. And then it moved into the afternoon and the evening with the players that are coming to the 50 on Christmas Eve day, tomorrow. So the players are one, and I'd love to hit a keystroke right now for a video, but I won't because we're on a podcast. But Randy Moss, one clap, is back in the game. GG's our guy, Platt. And you know all the Randy Moss fans out there. So on, really godlike numbers. And then not only that, but a Michael Vick card for those Vick lovers out there who like the left-handed slinger and the mobility of him and the excitement he brings to a Madden team. But not only that, Neon Deion Sanders. So the biggest thing, and we'll start with Swain this one and then move to Platt. The biggest thing, Swain, there was a shocker drop that these cards were all 96s, and we know what that means. After 1 week of 85 tokens and 95 overall 50 cards, they made a bump within 1 week. Can you offer any advice? What's your plan, and what's the advice you give to the ordinary viewer who's listening or watching on how they can get one of these cards and easily?
Well, so we do get our free stacked player, whatever it's called. Was that next week, Platt, or the week after? It's close. So keep that in mind. It seemed kind of odd that they dropped Dion with Falcons. It's almost like they want to make his power up worth more. But like you can get Dion for free. You just go play the solo if you haven't played that already.
Good point.
Very, very, very odd decision to bump it. Last week was like, okay, we're going there, all right, and then this week's like, really? So I don't know the reasoning behind it. I know that I was sitting on like 28 85s ready to go, and I thought, you got to be shitting me. The one day this whole time that I've been on watching morning streams, this is the first time I've ever slept in past when it went. And I thought, you got to be shitting me. And I got on it as fast as I could. I tried, it did what you're not supposed to do. I sold Sean Taylor. I cleared like 700K after tax being sold, but I was so ready. And here we are. He's going to drop out. And then after the fact, I thought, shit, do we know for a fact, like 99% sure, but we don't know for a fact, maybe the 85s might be used.
Yeah, it's not a fact. It's only an assumption.
It should be,
because the set's not
but it
out
might
right
not be. So my advice is if anybody's listening to the show, whatever, like don't do shit until it comes out, because you're gonna be pissed no matter what. I remember Texas Rafe, the first week they did the switch, and he was sitting on, fuck, dude, he had so many 81 or 80 card, whatever the hell they were. The other thing is, and I'm not trying to, I want the set to go to elites. I don't want it to be in gold anymore. I want it to go, I don't care if it's 1281s, 80 to 82s, whatever. I'm sick of wasting my golds for that shit. So it's going to be interesting to see what that set is. It's going to be a good day to snipe. I wouldn't be surprised to see the presents have something to do with the 50 cards. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see EA throw a wrench and be like, hey, these red presents everyone hates so much, guess what they are? They're 86 50 cards. And everyone go, oh shit. So
before we jump into Platt, Swain, you made a very key statement there. It's going to be a good day to snipe. What's going to be Swain's approach to sniping? What are you going to be looking at? Just a multitude across the board and see what's moving, or do you have something in
that's
mind?
that's a good question. I'm glad you asked it because my ADD is rocking right now. If tomorrow everyone that I know who's sensible with coins, every person I've ever met that's sensible with coins tomorrow is gonna lose their shit and they're gonna do everything they can to get moss.
Mhm.
They're probably gonna decide to go, you know what? I don't normally buy this 140,000 coin pack, but maybe since Moss and Dion and Vic are all coming out, yeah, I'll try one. A lot of people are gonna be ripping packs tomorrow. I probably will just out of pure stupidity and boredom, but I'm gonna be sniping training tomorrow. Tomorrow is my day that I'm going to make a shit ton of money on the game. I'm going to make a shit ton of coins, and I'm going to do that by buying training because everyone's going to be pulling fire tomorrow. And people that are going to pull the Devin Hesters, they're going to be pissed off that they pulled the full Devin Hester. They're going to put him up for cheap. So when I
Sure.
say sniping tomorrow, I'm going for training. If you a good preference for training is like 91s under 60,
Mhm.
okay, 89s under 30. I like to try to buy 94s around 175 if you can. It's great. 93s at 110. Are you kidding me? So tomorrow, that's what I'm going to be doing. Is the complete opposite of what everybody else wants to do. I don't need Vic. I certainly don't need Moss. Sorry, Platt.
Fair game. Yep.
I really want Dion. I'm going to get Dion. I probably won't get him tomorrow because I'm not playing weekend league tomorrow. If I do, I might pick up Dion. For the most part, I'm sniping. I'm going to make coins and I'm going to try to just absolutely. I want so much goddamn training on Christmas Eve that I'm going to run out of time to be able to make profit on it.
Mhm.
That's what I'm sniping tomorrow's training. Get all the other cards that people don't want now that have been out a week or two or three or four. Trust me, you're going to be able to buy them for so cheap tomorrow. And we have a way to make coins doing. You want to talk about presents? Maybe I should make a goal for myself that I have like 10 extra large presents because tomorrow, if it goes the way I think it's going to
There you
go,
go.
I'm gonna have more goddamn training than the rest of chat combined. That's my goal tomorrow.
Love it. So Platinum Wood, sir, my good man, my good friend. So now we just heard Swain say he has no interest in Randy Moss. Now we know that's the opposite, the 180-degree switch over to you now. What, for our viewers at home, are you going to do to ensure you have Moss on your roster? What's your plan, and what do you think others should do who want him on their team as well?
So if you want him on your team tomorrow, be
Do you
willing
want
to
him on your team tomorrow, Platt? Sorry about it. Do you plan on having him tomorrow, or are you going to be? What's your plan? Do you plan tomorrow, or?
There's no question Moss is coming home tomorrow. I will pay whatever I need to pay for him.
Someone said earlier in the stream that where Moss was released tonight, they would almost guarantee that Platt's not wearing pants on the show tonight. Can you confirm? Are you wearing pants on the stream?
Zero pants on. I have this jersey and this hat. That's
the
all
Moss jersey for the listeners on Spotify. The Moss jersey and the Patriots Moss hat. It looks great on him.
I got a Raiders Moss jersey
Yes,
for my Raiders team. And always a
I apologize for interruption, but I had to ask a question. You go ahead, Platt. You tell us what your strategy is, sir. I'm very anxious to hear.
I'm looking to snipe 86, 50 cards.
Okay.
For, I don't know, 25K. You know,
what do you see them if they are 86 tomorrow? What do you see them hitting at Platt? Do you have a ballpark figure you might see them hit?
It's so tough. It's so tough to estimate that.
Sure.
I think the demand is going to be so high,
mm-hmm.
but always going to be opportunities to snipe. There's going to be a lot of people ripping the coin packs. There's going to be a lot of people ripping the 50 bundles.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the best way to go about it is to snipe those 86s.
Sure.
Put them in the set. You need 32 of them to go
mm-hmm.
in the set. That returns you the power up and the full legend or the full 50 card. So what I'm going to do is I'll power them all the way up and I'll keep them on my team for a day or two. You know, I like to roster bait a little bit. I like to look at my lineup every now and again. So
sure.
I'm going to power that Moss all the way up. But probably by Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to sell off that high 50 card and just take him free the next week. So,
okay,
you know, I may build him for
Smart.
800K.
Sure.
I'm going to sell that full 50 card for about 400K. So if you think of it like that, I'll make him for about 400K when all's said and done,
mm-hmm.
and just take the free one. So I'm going to do the same for Dion. I don't know I don't know how much Dion's going to go for because we already have his power up in the game, so that makes his set.
Correct.
You know, the set's going to cost the same, but the card that comes out of it, I feel like his will be a lot higher because there's not the power up, you know, component of that.
Mm-hmm.
With Moss, I think his power up and his card will be about 400 to 500K.
Mm-hmm.
Dion, I could see Dion being 600 to 700K for his main card because that's really all you need. You don't need his power up, so it's not going to sell for anything out of that set. But you know, to answer your question, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to be sniping 86s from 2 o'clock for a couple of hours, and just looking to build Moss and build Dion because they both they have been starters. You know, Dion's been a starter for a while on my team.
Sure.
And Moss will be an instant starter. Mm-hmm. So looking forward to tomorrow.
So there's something you said, Platt. I'm going to ask you a question on, if you don't mind, sir. I want to make sure it's clear to the viewers. Now, you said, I think it's a great plan. I never really thought about it, that you plan on somehow sniping the 86s, because I'm really getting behind that, and building Moss and you know, leasing him for a week before you sell him. Now, am I right in assuming, Platt, that when you sell him, you will keep his power up? So when you get the 50 card, you can just throw him into that?
Because I have to have the power up to get either Raiders or 49ers.
As do I for the Patriots. Right.
Yeah. So I have to keep
I want to clarify that because I
don't get the power up next Friday. All we get is our choice
free card
of the full, you know, stacked players.
That's why I'm sitting with a Daryl Reeves.
Set. So my plan is do the set, keep his main card for a couple of days.
Sure.
And then just sell him off Saturday, Sunday. Just kind of monitor his price.
Sure.
I may just power him up right away, take a picture, and just sell it. Honestly, that may be the plan, just to kind of maximize my return on that full one. And then just take the free one next Friday, pop it right in there. You know, won't have anything lost in that point.
Fair game at all. Because that's the exact same point with the free one. I took the or actually no, I think I'm in a roll in a pack was Darrell Revis. And he's a great card. He starts as a cornerback for me, but he would be so much more with that Pat's Chem that I have on my team, but without that power up, and I will not pay $400K for a power up, although I will pay $1.5 million for training for rerolls. But still, it's that exact reason. So I wanted to clarify that, make sure. I'm sure you were doing that, but in case the stream or the listeners were listening and wondering, I want to clarify that. So that's great. So we all got plans, and I'm kind of in the middle with my guys, Platt and Swain. I think there is going to be some definite value in watching those 86s because people will fire them up not knowing exactly what they want or care. And that's the name of the game, getting those cheap at the bottom line. I would make a spreadsheet with whatever you need, 32 of them, how much each one cost you, and put a tally at the bottom so you know what that card cost you. But also, I'm picking up what Swain's putting down. And that's tomorrow's a great day for training. Tomorrow's a great day for those cards you might want that have nothing to do with this promo. Because people are going to tear, like Swain said, that 140K pack. You know what? I got 3 million. Heck it. I'm going to pull that 140K pack and I might get a Moss. I might get a Randy Moss or Deion Sanders, and they'll get nothing but a Chris Cooley or Chad Johnson. Up they go. And then that's all good training at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm getting behind that too. So I think it's definitely, I know it's Christmas Eve. I know people have obligations and things, but if you can get to a console or your app and do some sniping, definitely follow what these two gentlemen are setting out for you, and I think you'll benefit well.
Well, I think it's weird too that they dropped the 50 on Thursday. I get that they wanted to add. I think people were saying, "Oh, they wanted content on Christmas Eve." They don't give two shits about content being out on Christmas Eve. There's a reason they did that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that reason is yet, but there's a reason they bumped it to 96 after 1 week of 95. There's a reason they moved it up 1 day early. And the other thing is that we always get old programs or current programs to drop during these presents. It happens every single time. I don't know where they are. They're in. I'm telling you, they're in here. I would not be surprised at all to see them drop some stupid ass 10. What is it going to be? 20,000 snow for a 50 player in a fantasy pack. It wouldn't shock me at all. I would not. I highly advise you. Platt gets a pass because he's been wanting Moss all year. Outside of Moss, do not chase one of these damn cards tomorrow. You're going to regret it come Friday.
That's good advice.
Yeah, come Friday. I promise you, you're going to be like pissed off. You're talking 1 day. If you're a weekend league warrior and you're going for it tomorrow, have a ball. But I'm telling you, you better fucking sell those cards before you go to bed, because Friday morning you're going to be like, God damn it, I shouldn't have done that. There's no way they're going to go up after Thursday. There's just no way.
Mm-hmm.
The market has been fixed. I don't know. I never thought in a million years they were going to be able to do it, but like the market's really good right now at 10. It's phenomenal. I thought it was going to get worse come this program. It's going to drop again. Friday is going to be holy shit, oh dear. So any coins you want to make right now on this program, you better do it by you better do it by Christmas morning, because you're going to go, holy shit, what am I doing with all these cards? And if that if the 50 does have 81s to use in a set, hopefully you're sitting on a bunch of 81 cards. I'm not selling any of my 81s till tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. Good plan. Good plan. And I still can't get over that statement, and I know many of you heard it, that Kralo made on Monday morning. Last week when he was announcing the whole promo was Christmas Day. He was so excited about Christmas Day. And these 50 cards are tomorrow, so he wasn't talking about those. And let's face it, if they ever come into Friday, I would say that's it. He was talking about these 50 cards, which are off the charts. I mean, 3 absolute legends. But they're coming tomorrow. So what is he talking about? Is he talking about the gifts? Is he talking about the Ghost of Christmas Past? He's talking about something that he's really giddy about Christmas Day. So good points there by Swing as well. And you're right. Black gets the passes, the one card he has eye in the prize all year for, and he's going to do what it takes. And I admire and respect that. But don't forget to keep in mind there's more content coming out on Friday. It's going to be what sounds like just as exciting, or if not more exciting, if that's possible.
Did he hint towards an LTD again? I missed this morning's stream. Did they hint towards an LTD?
I missed as well. I was on a Zoom.
He said more LTDs are coming.
More LTDs.
He said more LTDs. Shit. So yeah, we're gonna want snow.
Yeah. So I gotta say, for those who are spamming every morning in the Good Morning Madden stream, we need Mahomes, or we're gonna riot. Yeah, whatever. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna be either a gift. I still say it's a gift. Or an LTD, it's going to come for sure. Just be patient.
So something interesting that's going on in Madden right now. All of the store offers are gone.
Okay.
So the training rerolls are gone. The present rerolls.
Okay. Uno momento, por favor.
Everything's
right now,
gone.
the training rerolls are gone for the program.
Yeah, they're all gone.
That's neat. I got 170K trainers.
They're aware.
There's Zero Chill tab. That's gone.
So is it something planned for tomorrow, you think, or
20 minutes? I don't know. Maybe they're refreshing it. I don't know.
Interesting.
I've always thought we're
I'm not panicking. That the training's in my bank.
So there's a chance they're refreshing that presence pack. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting.
Okay, with that, so we're going to move on to our staples of the program, starting off with Platts players. Before we do that, if anyone has any questions or what they should be doing during this program moving forward to the next 2 to 4 days over the holidays and weekend, drop in a chat, and I'll keep my corner of my eye open to see if we catch one. If we can ask one of these gentlemen. And while you guys are thinking about questions to ask, I'm going to pass it on to our guy, Platinum Woods, for one of my favorite segments of the week, the Platinum Players.
All right. So this week, I don't have any budget players. I don't have anybody that...
Please don't tell me your player of the week, your Platinum Player is Randy Moss.
Randy Moss is not in the game yet, so technically he cannot be a Platinum player.
There you go. Okay.
I'll get the honorary mention this week. But I'm recommending guys that came out this week that I feel like are the absolute best at their position. So however you can go about getting these guys, I feel like they're worth adding to your team. They're going to cost a lot of money. I don't normally recommend these guys, but guys, we're at the point in the season you have to have coins right now. If you don't have coins, then you need to look for solo opportunities, to build your coin stack, to build your team up. With that said, here are the players this week. We've talked about them all but one already in this show. So Alvin Kamara is an absolute stud.
Yes, sir.
95 overall, 94 speed. He's a receiving back, so he gets backfield mastered for 1 AP. That's fantastic. Do whatever you can to get him on your team because he'll be on there for a while. He's that good. Number 2, I don't think we brought this guy up. Taysom Hill, out of position tight end.
Interesting.
Is fantastic.
Interesting.
92 speed, so he'll have 94 speed with sprinter, 80 run block, which is really, really solid for a tight end. He hits 91 short route running, 88 medium. You slap play fake on him, he'll get up to 90. That's a fantastic card. Right now, he's sitting at about 5 to 600K. That's definitely a card that, as he starts going down, I'm going to look to get him on my team to replace Darren Waller with.
Sure.
The third guy, Isaiah Simmons. You want to talk about the best user in the game, the best strong safety in the game, the best defensive back in the game, the best defensive player in the game. Isaiah Simmons is all of those things. Get him on your team, put him in the box to user, put him in the box to zone or man. Hits both of those thresholds. Put him deep blue safety if you want. Wherever you put this guy, he's going to be the best player on the field. So, 600K, 700K, if you have the means to get any of these players or all of these players,
sure,
get them because they are the absolute best at their positions. There is little competition there for them.
Good picks. Before we check in with Swain, I got a question for you on Isaiah Simmons, Platt. Now his we all are aware his 84 was the rookie master. You put all the not all, but particular amount of rookie cards. Yeah, 87. Sorry, I said 84. My apologies. So that 87 card last year was Josh Allen, not the quarterback, but the defensive end. Did that not go into Josh Allen's power up last year when he got a power up, or am I mistaken?
I don't remember Josh Allen getting a power up.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he did or didn't.
Okay.
I don't remember, so I can't answer.
Because I'm curious if that card, that 87, is if you have it in your binder, or still want to go because you probably do it pretty darn cheap. If it's not worth looking at getting that, you got to think that Simmons is going to get a power up. You got to think that.
Oh, yeah.
And then, or they might just, where it's a MasterCard, a rookie master, they might offer the option of extra training to fill that item needed. Who knows? But just something food for thought. He didn't take
I
volleyball.
would look at that. I don't think those cards are going to be that expensive to pick up. The expensive thing is going to be his power up when it does come out.
Okay.
You're talking 200 to 300K just for that card. So, is it worth it to look at it? If you got the coin, man, go for it. Go ahead and just kind of keep your eye on that because he's got the 87, and then he also has like a 79 or 78.
Yes, sir.
Like that.
Yeah.
So you're going to need both of those cards.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking because when the 87 came out, for the longest time, he was the best user in the game. He was the best user in the game. We would hear Gutfoss talk about it, and Swain and other good players back, as late as Halloween. They were saying, I'm still using Simmons as my user. So you got to think that card is going to incline as well as the overall does, and always be the best user in the game. So if the power does come, might want to start thinking with them pieces to plug that in there.
Yeah.
So before we go to our questions, we got a couple of good ones in the chat here that I jot down. Swain, what is going to be your goals for this fantastic week? Besides getting better, 100% better.
Holy moly. I actually hit 95 overall. I don't think there's any way in hell I hit 96, but
That'd be tough.
Never know.
95 is great.
I'll go 95 and a half. I'll go 95 and a half. I wouldn't be surprised to see one or the other get 96. It's gonna be close with Dion and Larry Allen and those kind of people dropping. My coin goal. Oh my god. Oh shit. I'm gonna go with a real. Just let's go 2 mil. I wanna have fun. I want to spend. My COVID quarantine's almost done. I'm gonna go 2 million for my coin, 95 and a half for the team, and I'm gonna play weekend league again. I might try to get around. Let's go 13 wins. Let's go 13 wins for weekend league. Non-stressful Christmas weekend league.
And you already said, Swain, that you really don't plan on bringing home Randy Moss. Do you want to put Sanders in your goals? Or is that assumed?
Man, The only way that I get Sanders on my team is if one of those damn presents is
Okay, fair enough. We'll leave it
something
out.
to do with 50.
Yeah.
I mean, getting a free one, it's tough because I know what's going to happen is I'm going to think, well, Dion's got to be my free one, right? Because Dion's regular card is probably going to be more expensive than the other guys because his power up's going to be so cheap. So you got to think that's the free one, but next week they're going to throw some shit at us and be like, damn, maybe I don't want Dion as my free one, but yeah, I'm gonna say a hard pass on Dion. I waited a week to get Larry Allen. I can wait a week to get Dion. We'll see what happens.
That's good. Those are good goals. And I apologize, put you on the spot, Swain. I'm asking a question for myself. And you know what? For the viewers and listeners, is your intention are you going to stream your pack openings, your gift opening, sorry? Or you don't know yet?
So that's on Christmas Day?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I have a special EA stream on Christmas Day. I just don't remember what time it is.
Oh, that's right. I believe you are in the morning. That's correct.
2 to 4 Eastern.
Yeah, 2 to 4 Eastern. So no, I won't be showing that on stream. I will do it.
Game.
If there's now that being said, if there is let's just say for shits and gigs, the medium or large presents like a pack opening type thing, then yeah, I'll wait. If it's like legend packs, if the medium gifts are legend packs,
sure.
Then yeah, I'll wait for stream. Outside of that, no, I'm ripping and rolling.
Sounds great. I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, but just really curious. Okay, so we're looking at 95.5, 2 million coin stack, and a weekend league goal of shooting around 13-ish. Flat, my guy.
I do. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Swain.
I was just gonna say I haven't lost focus on trying to get top 100.
Yes, sir.
Just got to find the right time to do it, and right now is not the right time to do it.
Yes, sir. My guy, Platt.
My number one goal this week is to secure Moss. That's all that I'm caring about. Dion.
So we are talking the card, not the actual human being, right?
Either. And I'm ready for both of them. Just picking up Moss. I've got the coins. I've got the spare coins. I'm ready to do it. So that's my goal for tomorrow. I may try to get a couple presents. I just don't want to go crazy wasting a bunch of coins to get a medium or large. So I may try the training method because I feel like training can be gotten a lot cheaper than snow can. So
okay.
Let's say 10 presents.
Okay.
And Moss and Dion.
So when you say 10 presents, Platt, are you talking like large, extra large, or just 10 presents?
Just 10 presents.
That's fair. And what's your coin stack going to be when we talk next week?
Oh, wow. So right now I'm a 95 overall, and I've got 3.5 million. You got to think Moss will cost me about $500,000 after I sell his card. Dion, I'm guessing 600 to 700K. So all in, I'm thinking I'll be around 2 million by next
Okay,
week.
fair game. Okay, and I'm with Swain and Platt. This is about having fun. When we leave our job in a couple of days off, it's about family first. But then when we get a little time to jump on the game, it's about fun this time of year. So I'm with them, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to do re-rolls. You know what? Maybe jump into the whole gift fun. But I'm sitting around ballpark 5 million right now in coins. I'm happy with 2 million next week if I can have fun with 3 million. I'm going to probably hold off on Moss for the free one, depending on what happens tomorrow. But like Swain said, I'm going to be trying to snipe everything I can to keep building training up. So I'm going to look for a training pile of, let's get it for 250,000 training. 250,000 training, 2 million, and I want 95 overall. I'm 94 currently. I want 95 overall. So that's where my coins are going to go. Besides the sniping.
What do you think you're missing to get there?
I'm sorry?
What are you missing to get to 95, you think? What do you need?
Right guard. I got to invest in probably Larry Allen. I gave Larry Allen away on stream last week. That's really kept him. Larry Allen, I think that's going to put me over top on offense. I think I'm just teetering. And on defense, I really got to look at it. Probably my DTs. Looking who's out there to improve and throw in. And I do believe that should be it. I'm so close, Platt. with I've been 94 for a while. So a few players there I want to play with, maybe even chemistries. I've still been attempting to dump everything on offense and go with the play action. So I might even try that and see where it gets me. So, but that's my goal.
I'm really liking play fake this year. I've convinced a couple
play fake.
guys.
Sorry, play fake's what I meant to say.
I can't recommend it enough. It gives you throw power.
All right, let's throw as a goal and see what happens.
It's just fantastic. I love it.
I'll throw play fake in there over go deep, and I'll report the results back. That'll be some good information for next week's stream from my side. So we'll change over play fake. 95 overall, 2 million coins. Okay, couple questions. So we'll start off with, we'll give one to my guy Swain, and then you can follow up Platt, and then we'll go one to Platt and Swain can follow up.
Sweet.
So we have a question from our guy Roy McCracken. He wants to know if you could pick Platt one. I said Swain first. I apologize. We'll go Platt. If you could pick one player for Friday's Ghost of Madden Past that's new to the game, not in there right now, who would it be?
So new to the game. Oh wow. New to the game that's not in the game right now. Oh wow. Ghost of Madden Past.
I'm ready for it.
Let Swain go first and let me think.
Fair deal. Swain, who do you have load up in your magazine?
Sweetness. Conversation over. Sweetness.
Okay.
Maybe Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith's card's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But Sweetness.
There was that.
Sweetness is the best running back in history. I said it.
There was that hoax card put out, as I believe there was a hoax card put out for on Friday that it was a Sweetness, and I swallowed it hook, line, and sinker like a mad trout. Do you think it's possible, Swain? Could we see a Walter Payton on Friday?
Usually when we get him. This is usually when we get him.
Yeah. Fair game.
I'm gonna say Colin Kaepernick. I would love to see Cap in the game.
I did not see that coming. I'm not going to fib. Interesting choice. Interesting choice.
I would love to see a Cap card in the game. I would just love to have it. Outside of Moss, obviously Moss, we know we're getting him. That would have been my answer. I think Cap would be a good addition to this Madden. I think it'd be a good card to have. Good
point. And I'll say
there's not many legends that aren't in the game for me that I'm like, wow, we really need this. I'm sure there are, and I'm just none's coming to mind. It's been a huge year for legends. Like, we have so many legends in the game.
A lot of novelties. Like, I would love to see a Drew Bledsoe. It's not going to be a great card. Aside from throw power, it's not going to be a great card, but it'd be a novelty card for me and my past theme team. But I'm with Swain. Sweetness got me off of Barry Sanders last year for a long time. I ran with Barry with Sweetness all winter into the spring, and if we do it again, I think he would if the card came out. So I'd be all about that. So
yeah, he was one of the first cards to get human joystick.
Exactly right, and it was almost it's a script from this year. I've run with Barry all fall. We went from Thanksgiving on, and then when he came out, went with him. So we talked about LTDs. JT Barrett in the chat. JT Barrett had a great question. This time we'll start off with Platt again. Who do you think, when you talk about LTDs, who do you think will be the LTDs coming out? Have you given any thought to that? Do you think it'll be a Mahomes or I was going to say Monster? He's already getting it.
If it's Mahomes, I feel like that's a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes should be easier to get than an LTD. But hey, I mean, that Isaiah Simmons is not easy to get. That Alvin Kamara is not easy to get.
Right.
To me, that's basically the same as an LTD. So could be a Mahomes. Predicting these cards are so tough.
It is very tough.
I think somebody like a Kittle would be a really good card.
Mm-hmm. Good call.
Because he's not really going to get another card this year, so they have to find interesting ways to kind of work him into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Who else needs a card? Michael Thomas is a card that I could see them giving an LTD to. Yeah, those are the only guesses I really have.
Mm-hmm. Swain, have you given any thought when Craylow says that there's more LTDs to come? Have you given much time?
Last choice, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
good call.
I have about 11 Kittle power-ups ready to go because I feel like he's going to get an LTD.
Mm-hmm.
We got Gilmore. Have we gotten any other LTDs for this program? Wasn't there one
Only
other
if you
one?
count Simmons or Kamara as
Yeah.
LTDs, which I know they're not, but
Wasn't there one last week?
I thought there was too, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, this is
who was
bad.
it?
Because this week was the Gilmore card.
And it didn't sell for much, if I remember right. Maybe I'm losing my brain.
No, chat can tell us. Who did we get?
Yeah, it was just
Gilmore.
Gilmore.
You're saying just Gilmore. Okay, fair game.
I felt like we had one last week.
Mhm.
Anyways, yeah, I don't. I think we got a Gilmore, so now we're probably going to get an offensive player, a Kittle. I hope it's not a lineman. I really hope it's not a lineman. I would like to see a receiver. I feel like there's other receivers that haven't gotten cards besides Michael Thomas. I know. I'm just going off. We talked about this like 2 weeks ago. We had Gilmore was one of the players I named. We had Bakhtiari, guys that haven't had a card that deserve. Kamara was one that we named.
Bakhtiari's due as well.
Bakhtiari's due. Obviously Mahomes.
McCaffrey.
God, if McCaffrey, if they drop Mahomes LTD, like he better be fucking good. Everyone wants Mahomes so goddamn bad, and I'm telling you right now, I don't think he's going to be the card.
I couldn't help but catching the core of my eye chat, and it caught my eye, and it's a good point. I never even thought of him. When was the last time that Diggs got a card? Stephon Diggs.
It was a limited.
Was he a limited?
Yeah.
But it was a while ago, wasn't
LTD,
it?
Team of the week.
Because I mean, he is having a year. And a lot of the names you guys are mentioning are the 88s and the 87s we had week 1 who, are needing cards right now. And we got to remember, too, that we're not far from the Super Bowl playoff program. We're not far from Team of the Year program. And that's going to mop up a lot of the mess and then give a lot of the cards to the people who deserve them. But it's going to be, without a doubt, it's going to be a interesting end of the week holiday and weekend. It's going to be very interesting because... Now, I missed it. They did say that they would be going ahead with Legends, correct, on the weekend?
Oh,
That was the one promo still going, right?
Yep.
So there's that, right? Now, you can't imagine they're going to be anything electrifying with the 50 cards we're getting tomorrow.
I think they will be.
Do you, Platt? Is that your thoughts? Why is that?
I just think they're going all in.
Sure.
I think it's the weekend that they've been waiting for.
I'm going to tell you, if they go all in and I see one negative thing in that Good Morning Madden chat on Monday, I'll lose my mind. So, Wayne, what do you think? What's your thoughts on the Legend program? Do you think they will be something to do some sniping for on Saturday morning when we're all full of turkey and hard liquor?
Yeah, I think we're going to see the nastiest crash in the history of Madden.
Interesting.
I think we're going to see that on Friday. I think we're going to see training down to 4 or 5.
I'm here for it.
I'm not kidding. The better those presents are, the bigger the crash.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the small and medium and large. I would not. I think the trainings. I think that the Legends will be good. I wouldn't mind to see a Lawrence Taylor throw in like a. I don't know. We're getting a receiver. Maybe another really good running back, a running back that hits something we haven't seen yet. Maybe a human joystick type running back and a LT for Legends, something crazy like that. But by Legends, by Saturday, I don't think anybody's going to care about any cards. We're all just going to be carded out, and it's a good thing to have. We deserved this program as a community. Anybody that's played Madden, I think all the programs prior to this were they were okay, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh. I mean, if I would literally have to sit and think about who was good in each program up to this point, this has been a good one. And the past is always the best part. So we need some big name players. And I'm a Bills fan, but like Bruce Smith is an example. If we get a Bruce Smith, no one's going to give a shit except for anybody that has Bills theme team,
right.
Your Craft Daddy and your Yimmy. After that, it's like, God, no one's going to use this slow ass Bruce Smith. As long as they give us some really good pass players, this is going to go down as one of the better programs that we've had in MUT.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So before we do our farewells, Platt, what are your plans for this week and where can we find you?
It's going to be a low-key week,
For sure.
With everything going on, we've kind of canceled a lot of in-person gift exchanges and
Yes,
things
sir.
like that.
Mhm.
So, you know, we normally spend the night at the in-laws on Christmas Eve and wake up and do things there Christmas Day.
Mhm.
But we're going to be spending it in our new house
Nice.
this year. So
Good for you.
that's exciting.
Congrats, my friend.
Yes.
Congrats.
It's huge.
Ellie is, she's getting a cat for Christmas that
Mhm.
she doesn't know about. So, that's exciting just to wake up and just feel that, watch that joy.
Absolutely.
It's needed. This year's been tough for everybody. And I'm just looking forward to, you know, hanging out with, some friends that I've met through the Madden community,
Yes, sir.
experiencing Christmas with them and watching their families open things,
Mhm.
watching my own family, celebrate. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to.
Well
This
said.
year's been tough, and I think we can kind of tie a bow on it. We see that we're rounding a corner,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be okay. I feel like we're gonna make it, and that's what I'm looking forward to this
Well
week.
said. Dwayne, you talked about the fact that you have the Madden live stream tomorrow. I believe someone said 2 p.m. Eastern. Where else can we find you during the holidays, if we can, and over the weekend, and your wonderful stream?
Yeah, shoot, man. I've got an EA stream on Friday. I got another
Fantastic.
one on Saturday. But yeah, I mean, I'll be around. I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow a little bit. It's just weird. It's weird that tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a weird year. The near death earlier this year. It's funny because when I got COVID, I was a little freaked out. I'm like, man, my lungs and my breathing and my overall and COVID it was rough,
Mm-hmm.
but I was 10 times more sick early this year, as everyone knows. It's gonna be a weird Christmas this year. I had to do shopping online, and my wife's big present, she had to pick it up herself. I can't leave the goddamn house because I have COVID and they
Yeah.
won't let me leave. I have quarantine. Um, I'm I'm ready for this year to be over. I'm looking forward to Christmas. I'm glad that I have this platform to be able to spend a quarantine like I
Yes, sir.
did. And I
Yes,
was
sir.
thinking about it because my God, I mean, the amount of time I've spent with Platt and Jimmy, uh, the amount of time I spent with Buzzkill and I every day, and being able to spend the time with my family. Because the last couple of years we've gone to Disneyland, and I think the best part of Disneyland was, it sounds awful the way I say this, and don't hear this incorrectly. I'm forced to spend every single second with my family, but it's a good thing
Sure.
because you're away from everything you'd normally just escape from. And we had such a good time doing that. And this quarantine was very interesting. I've spent so much time with my daughter, and that I think that kind of was my Christmas. Being able to spend that much time with her
Mm-hmm.
um, was just amazing. And thankfully, our family, we're somewhat safe. We're Miss Swain's back at work. She's been going part time. I'm going to get tested again Monday. I should be back to work next week. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just it's going to be a weird Christmas, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm safe and I'm happy, and that's all I can ask for.
For sure. Good to hear. And for me, my stream, DQ22, we're going after tonight. We'll be off over the holidays, spending time just the family. Normally, it's a big deal, but with travel restrictions just in our area and some outbreaks in the nearby cities, it's going to be Deke Jr., myself, and Mrs. Deke. Happy birthday to you, babe, by the way, tomorrow. And enjoying the holiday, and like my guy Platt said, and Swain both said, some of my great Madden and Twitch friends in different discords and such, carrying on, acting like high school kids back in the 80s and 90s. So with that, I'm the newbie, so I'm going to say my goodbye first and pass it over to Platt and then down to Swain to close this out. Thank you all for letting me be part of this. I want to wish you all a very safe and happy holiday season with you and your families and whoever your family may be, and look forward to seeing you after the holiday break. Take care. Over to you, Platt.
Yeah, ditto that, my friend. Have fun, as much fun as you can have. Enjoy this time. Merry Christmas. You guys just be safe. Appreciate all of you. I've made a lot of great friends, a lot of lifelong
Yes,
friends
sir.
I've made this year. And I've spent so much time, like Swain said, with all of the guys in Discord and chat and PSN messages and things like that. It's been an amazing year, 18 months from, you know, being involved in this community, just making genuine friends, and that's something that I never thought Madden would bring me. So that's just something that I'm so thankful of, that, you know, you guys are some of my favorite people in the world. I look forward to talking to you guys every week and hearing what the community has to say. So, you know, Merry Christmas. Love all you guys, and just be safe out there.
Well said. Take us home, Mr. Swing Game, sir.
Yeah, just a backpack. I mean, same old thing. I mean, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. You know, it's been a rough year for everybody. Um, just enjoy the fact that we're all here still. You never know what's going to happen. You know, Deeks had a rough year. He lost somebody special to him. I've lost somebody special to me. The fact that we're all here still today doing this show, having fun talking about Madden. I just, you know, I love it. You guys are amazing. Very, very happy and very lucky to have you guys as part of this journey that we're all on together. And happy holidays.
Happy holidays, all. See you after the holiday.
Later, guys.